Six Talks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Six Talks.
We're back again, baby. Woo! Let's go.
What up?
1 a.m. recording for the first time. I'm so tired, man. I finally fixed my sleep schedule. And Mahdi and Yousuf here made me stay up because I don't know why.
Bro said he had guests, so he's like, yo, pull up anytime. I'm like, bet I'll pull up after ball.
Yeah. After at 1 a.m. is insane, but we're here now. I'm like, I don't know, bro. 3 weeks passed by really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I've been at home for a week because I get my break, but yeah, it has flown by.
Yo.
It's not okay how fast time is
I have
moving.
an exam coming up on Monday, and like I'm not even...
You know what? I have absolutely none. I have
Really?
literally zero exams.
I have these Excel assignments.
Yeah.
Bro, they're so like, it's so annoying. Like you have to do this, that.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, it's like there's these pre-recorded videos, and then there's the actual lesson. I'm too lazy.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I have not watched a single like optional module at all this year, bro. Like, I don't got the time for all of that, bro. I'm too busy. I'm telling you, I got a lot going on. You know, and basketball starting is gonna take up even more of my time. Like, it's insane, bro.
Like, I haven't been able to tune into that many preseason games.
Yeah.
But like, I don't feel as bad because I'm like, yo, it's preseason. But
like, yo, credit to like, I always imagine how stressful it must be to be like a 4-year college guy who's also, because like they're also doing their degree. Like a Jack Golke is doing his degree. Remember the March Madness guy that went off?
no.
I'm sure you know about like some of the guys. They'll be like a 5th-year guy and they just randomly go off in March Madness. A guy like that, he'll have to like study his entire college while managing basketball because he knows the NBA is probably not going to happen for him. So he has to play all these college games, manage all his studies, get his degree, get good marks or whatever. And like, it's insane. It's insane. I always wonder. And Jaylen Brown's out here with a 4.0 GPA.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's
actually smart. Yeah, he teaches as well.
At Harvard, right?
Yeah, or something like that. But like, I always wonder, like, who do you think is like the smartest like basketball player out of everyone? Who is the smartest?
Like book smart?
Yeah, and then who's the dumbest?
Scotty Barnes.
No, bro, he's smart. Nah, it's got to be like one of them. What's it called? One of them like. I don't even know. The guys that don't care. Devin Booker said he literally did not go to any classes at all.
Really?
Yeah, when he was in Kentucky.
Like, I would feel like Chris Paul is smart, but like that's again because like,
but he's basketball smart.
That's the thing. So it's like it's tough. I honestly don't know. That's a really good question.
I mean, Jaylen Brown's up there. I think what's it called?
CJ McCollum strikes to be smart.
When it comes to the dumb ones, I think it also has to be like
Joel Embiid.
Huh? You think he's dumb? Damn, bro. I don't know what the criteria is for a dumb. It has to be a 1-year guy. You someone who's one and done at university.
Do you think LeBron's smart?
Huh? I mean, you have to be kind of semi-smart to be that like successful. So yeah. I'd say because there's different types of smarts, right?
Yeah.
So I'm talking about a 1-year dude who sucked at the NBA and isn't successful at all. Like a 1-year guy, Cody Williams. He's the dumbest in the NBA.
I think J-Dub isn't smart.
Huh?
He doesn't strike.
Damn. Yeah, this guy was hating on J-Dub the other day for no reason. And now he's continued it onto the podcast, which is insane. But yeah, no, I feel it. Listen, I think I've rubbed off on you when it comes to the hating. Like, I
still enjoy our basketball.
Yeah? I cue all the clips of him hating on people for no apparent reason. Actually, there's definitely more of me doing that. But, you know, it is what it is. And I also, another thing that happened recently, our fantasy basketball draft. It happened. What are the thoughts on the season so far?
Boys, and girls.
And girls.
I was at a gala dinner, and these guys kept the draft, and your boy missed the first part of it, and I couldn't get Steph Curry. But it's okay, because last night at 1 a.m., we pulled off the Steph Curry deal. Mm-hmm. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler.
He does not care about anyone else in that deal. Chet Holmgren.
And Santi Aldama for Russell Westbrook, Brandon Miller, Bam Adebayo, and Paolo Banchero.
Yeah. A lot of people.
I don't know. I kind of got like that Chet and Bam thing was kind of like thrown in last second, but I feel like Chet's flippable with the blocks, like 2.5
Yeah.
blocks.
I'm just saying.
For those who don't know, fantasy is you flip assets and you get assets and you flip them.
No, you don't.
I do.
You do. That's how you play fantasy. Some people with a logical brain get their assets and keep them and see how they do first. You've traded 4 of your players before the season has started.
Game's a game.
Yeah, actually 5. Didn't you make another one today?
Yeah, I traded Klay Thompson.
Yeah, just for the
just for the fun.
Just for the fun of it. 2 players that will be on waivers in a week. I made a trade too.
I'm a captain in a league, and I was telling Yousuf, like, yo, my team's so good, I can't trade them. Like, you know, it's like this is real people.
He's actually upset about being. He's 4-0. And he went, yo, I'm actually upset about being 4-0 because I can't make a trade. You have an issue. Like, this is actually becoming concerning.
I don't think you understand. Like it's really bad, but like I get so much dopamine by making a trade. Like, bro, today for reference.
Yo, thank God you are not a GM in real life, bro.
Today we had a Zubac deal on the line, and he traded Reed Shepherd.
He got so upset.
I don't think you understand. My mood is actually off. I had to take a walk.
He was so upset with me for making that deal. Whenever we go on a phone call, right? I'm the type of guy who doesn't like yapping on phone calls. Like talk to me, tell me what's up. If it's not urgent, send me a text. And
I'm the complete opposite.
He's the complete opposite. So I'm usually the one who hangs up.
I'll text someone and be like, yo, what you saying?
He prolongs it.
And then I'll be like, okay, but I'll call them.
And
I do that with everyone.
No, I know. It's
Today
just
I was
him.
driving. I call someone. I'm like, he doesn't pick up. Like, I call another person. I call you, he doesn't pick up. I call another person.
He will prolong a conversation. This time he was so upset because he was like, yo, give me some time. I might get a player that you wanted for Zubac or whatever. I was like, all right, bet.
The annoying thing is he traded for Reed Shepherd, and I literally had a deal for Reed Shepherd this morning.
Yeah, and what's it called? I was like waiting. I saw Reed Shepherd. I was like, oh, damn, that'd be a cool addition. I sent my boy a text. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. I was like, all right, cool. Less of a headache. Don't have to wait for you to maneuver players around and stuff like that. Just get Zubac off my team
deal in my league.
Jesus Christ, man. This guy has an issue. It's an addiction. But
It is.
Thank God you are not a GM of a real life basketball team.
You wanna get into predictions?
I do, yes.
All right. Let's start off with the 15th seed. I have the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
No
the
shocker
15th
there.
seed, I have the Utah Jazz.
You want to talk about their draft picks?
Yeah, the draft picks were give me a second. I gotta pull it up. I was not ready. I'm not prepared. Guys, I suck. The draft picks were they drafted Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton Jr. in the first round, and they got John Tonji in the second round. A little bit of a shocker getting Ace Bailey, who there was lots of reports of him wanting to hold out for Washington. Afterwards, it was really funny seeing all the reports of Ace Bailey potentially holding out when it comes to paying for Utah. But I think by now, obviously, he's dedicated to Utah.
I'm big. I'm really high on him. I really like that for the Jazz. I think.
Unfortunately, he's already injured. But he's already injured, which apparently half their roster is. I've never seen tanking like this.
I really think this is a really big step for Utah because Ace Bailey can be your number one. You know, he's that type of caliber. For their free agent moves, they got Kyle Anderson and Kevin Love through a trade where they gave up John Collins. They also traded Colin Sexton away for Nurkic.
Who will probably go off knowing Nurkic because the stakes hold nothing.
And then they bought out Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah, which is also interesting.
And then they also drafted my boy Walton Clayton Jr.
Walton? You can't even say his name, right?
Walter.
You said Walton.
I said Walter.
You said Walton.
No,
You will not gaslight me because you do this all the time. You said Walton Clayton Jr. I'm not going to be gaslit. You don't know. This is not your boy, bro. I don't know what this obsession has become with Walter Clayton Jr., bro. This guy, ever since Florida, for some reason, is obsessed with this dude. He has no reason to love him as much as he does.
He's my guy.
Pick him up in fantasy then.
I might.
Do it.
I was debating.
Go right ahead and do it, bro.
Yeah, maybe I'll drop.
He actually might be like the sad thing. He might be rosterable by December, because by then Utah will probably have everybody held out. So
but yeah, for the Utah, I mean, there isn't much to say, other than I think it's the rest of the conference is much better than them. You know, like Laurie can be cool and stuff, but just get another draft pick, get another high pick.
I said it last year. and after the past draft lottery, which screwed a lot of teams out, I said you should not tank unless that is quite literally the only option.
Yeah, exactly.
And for Utah, it is most definitely the only option for them. You know what I mean? Just like, what's another year? Like, pray that you get AJ Davanza. It's a cool story.
Yeah.
Utah, he's from Utah, goes to BYU. Maybe he goes to Utah in the NBA. It'd be a cool story.
What's your 14 seed?
My 14 seed is...
I can't lie. From here, it got tough.
From here, it is genuinely, like... For the East, it took us until, like, I'd say 11.
Yeah.
Over here, it's genuinely everywhere.
It is.
But I have the Sacramento Kings at 14.
I have the Blazers.
Because... okay, who do we want to go with?
You go first. Go first.
My lot, or do you want me to say the draft picks first?
Yeah.
Okay, the Sacramento Kings, they had one of my favorite drafts in the entire league, actually. Very underrated. They got Nick Clifford, and they got Maxime Renaud. Nick Clifford, I think, could potentially be a J-Dub type of player. He's a versatile defender. He's a bucket, 3-level scorer, really goddamn good. And then Maxime Renaud is an already, like, in my opinion, NBA ready center.
Yeah.
Wish he could have gone to a team that he could have impacted immediately instead of these goddamn Sacramento Kings. But, I think he'll have a pretty solid NBA career, in my opinion.
Why do you think the 14th?
Did you want to go over the moves?
Facts. They signed...
They made a lot of moves.
They signed Schroeder. They signed Westbrook. They lost JV and Jake LaRavia. And then they extended Keegan Murray. That was kind of recently.
Yeah, the Keegan Murray extension was very questionable, especially coming off a down year. When you're a shooter and you have a down year shooting and then you get extended, it's a little bit questionable. Shout out to them, because I don't think it's done for Keegan Murray, but like it's a tough time. He's going to really have to repay their
Honestly, though, like, and they were really interested in Jonathan Kuminga, but there was no deal done. I low-key would have liked them getting rid of Keegan Murray for Jonathan Kuminga, because I feel like Jonathan Kuminga can be a building stone, you know?
Yeah.
He's that one of those aggressive players.
But then when they eventually like end up tanking, because they could, I think, end up getting Jonathan Kuminga and end up keeping Keegan Murray. And then by then, because if they're doing that, then they're definitely tanking. By then. So at least they have more young pieces to grow on. But why I have them 14? It's very similar to my reasoning when it comes to Chicago. I think this genuinely has to be the year for them to tank. Because
their whole life has been tanking.
No, but and it's really sad. I think that's part of the reason why they've held off on it, right?
Yeah.
Because they've given their fan base too many years of sadness, disappointment. They built it up, you know what I mean? They built up the young core. De'Aaron Fox became a star. They thought they had something in Tyrese Halliburton where they trade him for Sabonis. Then they think they win the deal when they became the 3 seed.
Yeah.
Then they end up falling off a cliff the next season, you know what I mean? So they put their fans through, to be quite frank, hell. A roller coaster of emotion, and now they're in basketball hell. I think you can't hold off on it any longer. You're just delaying the inevitable. This team is going nowhere, bro.
The thing is that they have so many veteran players. It's not like they're young and they don't have talent. You know, it's not like, okay, let's use this year to develop. Like, you have Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook, Schroeder, Sabonis. All these guys are
mid
vets. You know, like their teams, they're like in their 30s.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I don't see them being like, okay, you know, this is your tank. And I don't know if it's possible to trade all of them away.
But you need to ask yourself the question.
Yeah.
Is this team, do I have anyone who would be...
I can't lie. On paper, the team looks good.
No, they're not.
4 years ago.
Yeah, no, 4 years, thank God.
Like,
I was about to say.
The players are good.
You had Russell Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder in their prime, DeMar DeRozan in their prime. But that's the thing. Like, they genuinely do not have a true... like number 1 option on a championship team or even a contending team. They might not have a number 2 option on the, because DeMar DeRozan is not in that stage of his career.
Yeah,
if he wants to play winning basketball, he is going to have to accept a 3rd or 4th option role, or even maybe even less. Honestly, if Domantas Sabonis wants to wants to play winning basketball, he will have to have the ball out of his hands. You know? Maybe he could be a second option.
I think he could.
But I would say he would have to have the ball out of his hands a lot more. Zach LaVine, he will just have to play the like Norman Powell type role as like a microwave scorer who can kind of defend.
I think he can be a bit better,
but maybe defend it. But you get what I mean, right? All of these players, they will have to take lesser roles to win basketball games, but they're all on the same goddamn team. And so it's not a recipe for success. I think even as a team as is, I don't think they need to trade anyone to be as bad as they are. because genuinely, I don't see
Fit wise, they're not good.
fit wise. This isn't good. I don't think like they're talented enough to beat some of these teams. Even the younger teams, they're about to take some leaps, man.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two of these teams they could be better potentially.
Yeah.
But like just because of a continuity reason, but like genuinely, I see them no matter what being a bottom 3 seed.
The issue with the Kings as well is that all these guys that you mentioned have big contracts. Like, who's good? Realistically, when you look at the league, who would trade for Sabonis? Like, who needs a big man?
Boston. But like that's the thing. They just got rid of the
Yeah.
because of
The
salary
only
cap.
team that would need a big man is
Golden State.
yeah, and that's not
Yeah,
happening.
they ain't trade. But I think Sabonis is at least like, you know what I mean? Like people are interested in getting DeMontis Sabonis.
I think people would be interested in getting Zach LaVine.
I think Sabonis is more
I think LaVine and Sabonis. Like, okay, think about it. Who would Sabonis go to?
Huh?
Like, there isn't many teams that he could fit.
who would Levine go to?
I feel like it's LaVine fitting somewhere is easier than Sabonis fitting somewhere.
It's just what's it called? If you need a big man, then how many teams need a big man? West or East? Like we can go through it, but like it's
Raptors,
okay, yeah.
okay.
If they wanted to move on from
Pistons,
Portland.
Hawks.
It could be an upgrade at center as well. It
Pistons-
doesn't have to be a team
Yeah.
without one.
Pistons, Hawks, Magic, Sixers, Nets, Heat, Celtics, Pacers maybe.
Yeah.
Like trade back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that would be insane.
Yeah,
That would be
Cavs, Bulls, Bucks, Wizards, Hornets, Knicks.
yeah. Like maybe what's it called? Maybe Charlotte
Yeah,
has an exciting start to the season. They're like, all right, let me
that
get a
is
big
fair,
man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think what's it called?
I think out.
Because we can't project like what'll happen in
Yeah.
the next couple of months.
I think
man.
out west there isn't really anyone.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to get traded out. He's probably grateful to be traded out with Houston. But yeah, no matter what, the Sacramento Kings are screwed.
Yeah.
Why do you have Portland at 14?
Let me talk about some of the moves they made. They did. They got Holiday for Simons. They lost Ayton through buyout, and then they signed Lillard.
Yeah, and they drafted Young Hansen, who was
yeah.
a very shocking
Shocking
pick
pick, yeah.
at the time. But now I think everyone's like bought into the Chinese Jokic thing, which is I love that.
Yeah.
because listen, as a basketball fan, you gotta have some type of hope.
Yeah.
and like seeing him have crazy post moves as a rookie, it's exciting. You know what I mean? I see the vision, bro. I do see the vision.
The reason I have them at 14 is because I feel like, again, the West is so like in the East. I think they could be a play-in team, but they're really good defensively.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have that true number one option. Like, who are you going to when you need a shot, when you need a bucket?
Yeah,
You know, you don't have that.
Shaden
purified
Sharp
scorer.
when
Shaden
healthy
Sharp,
last year.
Yeah, he's
was
good.
incredible.
You know,
And my logic, I have them higher, and I'll explain why later. But like, my logic was, I think we're also forgetting Scoot Henderson is still on that team.
Yeah.
And this is a big year.
This is
for
a
him.
really big year.
Because if he cannot like produce at like a playable level, you know what I mean, whereas defensively or offensively, then he very well may be expendable.
The team I have
Offseason.
above them is the Kings, actually.
At
But
13?
again, yeah, 13. But when I compare the Kings and the Blazers, I feel like there's more offense from the Kings, but then you can also make the argument for
There's more defense
you know,
on the.
and I feel like the Portland
They got
Trailblazers-
they got clamps on
yeah,
that
they
lineup,
do.
bro. I can't lie.
Tamani
Tamani Kamara,
Klingon.
Matisse Thybulle, Drew
Yeah.
Holiday. They got some defenders.
And also Drew isn't that same guy.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like,
but Drew will always at least
he's
play.
a floor riser.
No, but he plays winning basketball.
Yeah.
Bro. That's one thing you can't take away from like these guys like Drew Holiday, Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul. They play winning basketball,
They
bro.
do.
Which is like that's why they've been in the league for so long, and they will continue to be in the league because there's always a team that'll need that. Or at minimum vet presence as well.
Yeah.
Brings that to a young group. Damian Lillard's back in Portland. The vibes are back.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I think it's great.
I'm excited for the Blazers next season when
Yeah.
Dame's back. This is going to be a really big...
Dude, and last year they were the 11th seed, bro.
Yeah.
That's just based on logic. Like they're definitely going to get better.
Yeah.
And they were the 11th seed last year.
It was tough to put other teams
yeah.
behind them.
I mean, yeah, I can't even call you crazy. I
it's
want
tough,
to,
like, it's a
but
coin
like,
flip.
bro, 14-1, like
Yeah.
it's
like
genuinely
14 to
crazy.
10, like literally
Bro,
14 to
you know what? I will tell you this. I see a world where my 13 seed could be making the playoffs. Like, which is nuts, bro. Which is crazy to me. Like,
No, that ass, yeah. Like if the Blazers made the play, in, I wouldn't be shocked.
yeah,
You know,
No, but my 13 seed, I think could make the playoffs. Because my 13 seed
I think I know who it is.
is the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay, wow.
I put the Memphis Grizzlies this low. I'll tell you who they drafted, but like I think they was just.
Sorry, I just want to say something about the Kings before we move on.
Oh, sorry.
I think with the Kings, the reason I have them this low is again kind of what you said. The fit isn't there. They have the players, but they're who's shooting threes on that team?
Yeah.
Like Keegan Murray's your saving,
and he's having a down year with the
Exactly,
shooting
you know?
the ball. They re-signed Doug McDermott.
Yeah. Cool, bro. Okay,
Damn, bro. They're cooked.
This is your cue.
The Memphis Grizzlies, they drafted Cedric Coward, who had a crazy block the other day during preseason, and Javon Small in the second round. Solid pick. It shocked me a little bit. I had Cedric Coward a lot lower, but it's not a bad pick at all. I think.
For the moves they made is they re-signed Aldama, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Cam Spencer. They also acquired KCP via the Bain trade, which we talked about last episode. And then they lost Jay Huff and Luke Kennard.
I'll start off with KCP because I think I actually kind of like it because this is a great opportunity for KCP to prove that he's still a basketball player. You know what I mean? You know, in situation. I think honestly he was asked too much of him in the what's it called? I can't speak. At the Magic, you know what I mean? When he was a Magic, you know? So I think it's a great opportunity for him. Ty Jerome was amazing last year.
Yeah, they also picked him up.
It's interesting. He's probably going to be their lead point guard. I know they're a little bit short. I don't know if Ty Jerome get injured? He's injured a little bit.
But he might be back he might be there for a season opener.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they had what's it called?
They are pretty banged up.
They're really banged up, and I think genuinely that could be, and that's why I have them so low. It's something like that could be the difference between these teams in the West, bro. Like you cannot have any bad luck whatsoever, and like the Grizzlies have not had much luck recently.
Yeah, they're hopeful he'll return for Wednesday's season opener.
All right, I stand corrected, but still I have them as 13. I just it called?
This
team doesn't.
The
team doesn't excite me as well. Just like even healthy, John Moran and Jaren Jackson Jr. I think they need one more guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
but they
it's
had
not
that one more guy in Bane.
But he wasn't though. You know what I mean? He was when Ja and Jaren were out. But it's one thing to be that when your other players are out, and another thing to play like a genuine third championship option when your other players are healthy. Yeah. Gigi Jackson fell off last season. They're hoping more from him. You know what I mean? Cedric Coward.
I think this is a big year for KCP. I think I want to say this about so many players, but all these injury-prone players were bound to get a healthy season.
Yeah.
By them, you know, So I feel like this might be Ja's year to be healthy, and I really hope it is because, John Morant healthy is crazy. He's amazing.
Ty Jerome also has a calf injury. That's why I knew there was something up with their point guard spot. But what's it called? It was just this team last year were so underwhelming. They made the playoffs because they played the Sacramento Kings. Like let's just call it. Let's keep it buck. No, they made the playoffs.
Yeah, but they had OKC figured out.
Yeah, did they? Yeah, I mean John Moran thinks so, but it's insane, man. Any team that gives up that lead, I lose all faith in them. And just who is their starting center? I don't know.
Edie.
Is it no? He's out. Isn't he?
Oh yeah,
he's injured.
Probably Aldama.
Aldama is starting at center. That does not sound like a good recipe. You know what I mean? This is my logic. If you are dealing with any sort of injury issues or any sort of luck in this Western Conference, you will not survive. Bro.
Yeah, no.
And by a certain point in the season, I think they very well might just be.
You just got to relocate.
Let's pull the plug and let's. I think Memphis is one of those teams that was a potential relocation, man.
Yeah.
Imagine the Las Vegas Grizzlies.
Move back to Vancouver.
Nah, it's not. They're not giving Canada another team, unfortunately. It's Seattle and Las Vegas. Let's just keep it a bug, right? I don't know when it's gonna happen, but that's probably what it is.
My 12th seed is the Phoenix Suns.
Right.
So again, the reason I had Phoenix above those teams is Devin Booker himself is crazy. You know, like last season he averaged 25-5, 25-7 and 4 with KD there. Honestly, I really like what they did this offseason. Acquiring Mark Williams, acquiring Maluach, acquiring Dylan Brooks. Yes, for what you gave up for Kevin Durant, you didn't get anything close to that.
Yeah.
But they're building a nice squad like Jalen Green. Oh, I didn't even mention Jalen Green. Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. What?
No, nothing. I just had a stupid moment
then
where I was
Mark
like,
Williams
Jalen Green's off the team, but I realized we were talking about Phoenix.
They're-
I just tripped out, bro. Guys, it's 1:30 a.m., man. Or it's 2 a.m. now. We're cooked. It's over.
They're number 4 to be figured out. I can't think of it at the top of my head. Who's playing power forward for them?
Power forward.
Thing?
Did you say a SAR?
No,
It's over.
no.
While you find that, it actually might be Oso Iguodala.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh, I thought you said a SAR.
No.
The Phoenix Suns actually had one of my favorite drafts in the league.
Oh, Dylan Brooks will play power forward.
Power forward, and then they go Jalen Green.
Ryan Dunn.
Who? Oh, Ryan Dunn. I love Ryan Dunn.
Yeah,
defender.
he's sick.
They had one of my favorite drafts in the entire league. They got Kaman Malawach, Rasheer Fleming, Chloe Bear, 3 of my favorite rookies.
They had a really good.
They had a really good draft, and I'll say this: I think they had the best offseason out of the entire league.
Yeah.
Because the position they were in, and we talked about this on the podcast, the position they were in, we were literally sitting here being like, I don't know what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know how they get out of this. I don't know, like, how they move forward from this position. And I don't know how they convince Devin Booker to stay on this sad franchise. But this offseason...
But it's a nice, fun team. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's like...
this offseason, they got their picks back. Do they
have both
got a what's it called? They got Dylan Brooks, a like gritty defender to bring them that identity. Promising young player in Jalen Green, who's on a 2 seed last season, and most importantly, they're giving Devin Booker the ball in his hands even more.
Yeah,
I think he will go nuclear this season.
That's what I'm saying,
and that's why I don't have Phoenix at the 12 seed. My 12 seed's the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. We already talked about them. And what's it called? I'll tell you when I have Phoenix because I don't have them as the 11 seed either.
Who's your 11?
My 11 seed is the New Orleans Pelicans. Listen, man, the New Orleans Pelicans, they're goddamn cursed, bro. I cannot put them. I said this when I was talking about Memphis. When you involve a little bit of luck, then and if you have any bad luck in the Western Conference, you will not be making the play-in. And the New Orleans Pelicans are cursed, bro. Let me tell you this straight up before we get into this. Kevon Looney is one of the most reliable players, one of the most Iron Man type players, plays 82 games every single season pretty much. Max he'll miss like maybe 10 or something. He's played full seasons 2 seasons in a row, I'm pretty sure. And he is, for the first time in a couple of years, he's already gotten injured playing for the New Orleans Pelicans. He hasn't even played, I think he played 1 preseason game and he got injured. And he's out for like a couple weeks. It is insane.
I don't know
how
what they put in
Dyson
the water,
Daniels was onto something, bro. Like that franchise is genuinely. He was like, yo, I am so happy to be out of this because something's up with that franchise. And genuinely, I'm starting to see it, bro. Like everyone's getting hurt. Ingram looks healthier than he has ever looked in Toronto, bro. Zion Williamson, I am scared for him. They need to move him before he gets a career-ending injury, bro. Genuinely, it's scary, bro, how injured they got. Their draft, they were pretty active in the draft. They traded up and got new picks. I cannot find it. They got Jeremiah Fears. Love that guy. Derek Queen. I'm a bigger fan of Derek Queen than a lot of people. I think he can like boost up his defense a lot more than people give him credit for. I think it's just the unathleticism that sort of moves people away from him.
I think
and Micah Peavy.
Sorry?
And Micah Peavy. Oh. That was that second.
I don't think it's something against Derek Queen. I think it's what they gave up.
Yeah, no, that was a little questionable. But I'm just talking straight up as the player. Yeah. Because who am I to disrespect their belief in a rookie? You know what I mean? And if they believe in him, then credit. Great, it's like the same thing with fantasy drafts. Like I'm always like, it's not bad to overpay if you get your guy. Yeah. And I mean,
if he is the guy, then
if you genuinely believe he is the guy, then go right ahead.
For the moves they made is they extended Herb Jones. They signed Sadiq Bey. They signed Looney. They traded CJ for Poole, which was kind of interesting at first. And then they lost Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, and
I'm excited to watch Jordan Poole. I am.
Yeah,
but hopefully he doesn't get injured. Literally, I'm just worried for everybody on that roster.
My 11th seed is Memphis. So just to touch base again, injuries is a big part. I don't know how healthy they can stay, but I think. I am expecting a big Ja Morant season and a healthy Ja Morant season. And I think as long as Ja Morant is playing, they are a top 11 team.
God, yeah. You know how insane that is? Like, you're saying, as long as Ja Morant's healthy, as long as everything goes right, they might make the 11th seed. It's, like, insane. The West is, like, crazy, bro. The West is insane. Thank God the Raptors aren't in the West.
My 10th seed?
Yeah.
I'm falling it for again, boys. New Orleans Pelicans.
Damn. I love to see you're falling for it and like the 10, like it's crazy, bro.
This
It's
is
crazy.
much lower than what I had them last season. After I heard they acquired DeJounte Murray,
Yeah.
I think I had them.
Everyone loved their moves, but we
Bro.
forgot who it was. Remember, we were raving about their options. We were like, DeJounte Murray is the perfect pick because they had such a big point guard issue the year before, and they got DeJounte Murray, who was having a
I had
very
them at
solid
the
season with
6th
Atlanta.
seed.
Yeah.
No, you had them at the. We both had them at the 6th.
Bro,
seed.
it's bad, man. It's really bad. I'm very
You had
scared.
the Jazz at the 13th seed. What were
My
you
God,
thinking?
I don't know, man. I don't know what I was thinking. Listen,
but yeah.
revisionist history, man. Come on.
Zion Williamson. I'm falling for again.
Mm-hmm.
This is the year.
We need to find the clip because I said this would happen last
You
season.
did.
During our power forward rankings. When I was like, you were like, no, this is the season. If he doesn't meet expectations, if he gets injured again, I'm done. I'm off the bandwagon. I'm like, bro, you're saying this now. Next season, you will be right back on it like everybody. Do not believe this, man. I will not hop back on it until he. That is a crazy pause, by the way. I will not hop back on the Zion Williamson bandwagon until he plays more than 50 games.
This is the year.
Is it
This
the
is
year?
all
Because
NBA
we said
year.
that last year
All
and the
NBA
year
season.
before and the year before and pretty much every year. Except that one All-Star
we
year.
never saw Zion this skinny.
Yeah. Congratulations. What if people are making such a big deal about this? You know how big of a deal his physicality and his big body is in his offense?
He doesn't look like he lost
Like
muscle.
he looks
He
malnourished,
lean.
bro.
No, he doesn't.
He looks
You're right,
malnourished.
in that
bro.
photo, yes.
You know what photo I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I haven't seen. I need to watch. The Pelicans are one of the teams I haven't watched in the preseason. I need to watch a Pelicans game because I'm very interested to see. I'm worried if he lost
No, look.
any tour.
Like he's just
He still looks like.
he's lean.
I don't think he. I don't know, man. I don't think he looks as strong as before. I
Dang,
think
look
him
at
being.
this. It looks pure muscle.
I think he got too
No,
skinny, bro.
This is the
Because I
Zion
don't think
year.
you realize, bro. If he cannot bully people,
I think he's still.
he's
will be able-
done,
I
bro.
think he'll
Like
still be able
he can't do anything offensively. He can't bully people. That's
But
his
honestly,
offensive game.
Bro, like between Jordan Poole, Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson, like it's looking nice. Again, it's all health.
I've been dissing them. I'll say one thing about Trey Murphy.
Yeah, he's
Massive,
really good.
Huge. I'm really happy. The one good thing about like trading away Brandon Ingram, it gives Trey Murphy that
and Herb
key.
Jones, bro.
And Herb Jones is a baller always. And like I just hope that Jordan Poole doesn't take those shots that should belong to Trey Murphy.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't like ball hog too much. I hope Trey Murphy gets his.
I think it's
That's my
nice
hope.
to like kind of go back into like winning ish basketball.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the Wizards.
I mean, it's for a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and if they get
a lot of
DeJounte-
people have been losing
if
for
they
too
get
long.
DeJounte back, that would be sick. DeJounte, Poole, Trey Murphy, Herb,
Zion Herb. Remember the whole center Herb at center
that'd be
thing?
sick.
He can play center,
Bro,
bro.
taken. I
because
was
he
so hyped for that.
climbs.
We didn't see a single minute.
Even Messi off the bench.
We didn't see a single minute.
Yeah.
at Herb
Jeremiah
after that.
Fears off the bench. Jose Alvarado. They've got players, man, but it's just Western Conference. It's too tough, bro.
Who's your 10 seed? I have a feeling it's the Suns.
My 10 seed is the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
I think I'm fully banking. I already talked about the Phoenix Suns. I'm fully banking on the Devin Booker going nuclear, bro.
Yeah,
Because
no,
genuinely, I think he's first of all pissed off. he's played and
playing for another coach. By the
yeah,
way.
and this is like what's it called? This is an exciting team, man. It's got a lot of players that really intrigue me. I think Kaman Malawach looked a lot. Just seeing the growth from summer league to preseason has like got me even higher on Kaman Malawach. He looked very comfortable in the preseason games.
I think he's gonna be like similar to Donovan Clingan, where he won't be able to play too many minutes. So it's
Yeah.
nice they were able to get Mark Williams.
And it comes down to this: Dylan Brooks. You can hate on him as much.
He's
as
a
you
good
want.
player. He's a good ball
Everybody
player.
can hate on him. He's a winner, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Every team he goes to, he changes the culture. He did it with Houston, and I think he will do the exact same thing with Phoenix. He's a winner. He brings that like he's a dog, bro. He
It's
is
so
a dog.
crazy that like you traded Kevin Durant away, and like you look better.
And I
on
am more
paper.
excited
Yeah,
about this
literally,
team.
yeah.
And a big thing was losing Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
a
facts.
massive thing was losing
Yeah,
Bradley
they
Beal.
bought him out.
And what's it called? Jalen Green? Like
I think
just
big-
because of the woes in the offseason or the offseason, in the postseason,
Yeah.
people forgetting what Jalen Green could do. I think he's a bucket. It's an exciting team, man. And
I think-
apparently, Colin Gillespie is Villain Jr., according to Dylan Brooks. So They got two villains.
I think another thing about the Suns is they don't have expectations.
Yeah.
I feel like when you don't have expectations, but you just go.
It's gonna be exciting
Yeah.
season. I'm happy for their fan base because they don't have.
They
all
finally
these-
have a direction.
Exactly, yeah, and like they have something to look forward to when it comes to like a fun new team, right? And then instead of this like new old like no one really cares about, like no one expects much from them. And it's exciting.
Who's your 9 seed?
My 9 seed is the Los Angeles Lakers. I think, listen, people are really, really, really relying their predictions on the Luka Doncic MVP season. Luka's always going to be great. He's an incredible player. He's one of the best in the league. Why are you making so many faces?
No, it's just crazy, man.
I think a big thing is LeBron James is dealing with a lot of health issues. That's part of it. And like I said, I will repeat it over and over again. If you deal with even a little bit, man, that could be the difference between the 9 seed and like making the playoffs.
Yeah, literally.
And the biggest reason why I have them so low, DeAndre Ayton is their starting center, bro. And I will, and listen, I say it about Zion Williamson. I say it about a lot of players. I will not fall for it, bro. DeAndre Ayton is not a good defensive player. And offensively, he looks uninterested at certain parts of the season. He doesn't try. And let me reiterate, he does not play defense on a team that really needs it. On a team that has their best player, Luka Doncic, with a history of not playing defense. On a team with Austin Reeves, who cannot play defense sometimes. You know what I mean? Who are their defenders right now? Jared Vanderbilt? Rui Hachimura? Who is like a mid defender at best, probably. It's what's it called? I don't really like this team, honestly. Offensively, I think they'll be really good. Like obviously, I have Luka Doncic. I think Luka Doncic can make me and you look great offensively. You know what I mean? But defensively, it's really, really scary. And I think you need to be at least solid on both sides of the ball in the Western Conference to make it far.
By the way, I just moved my 9 seed up to the 5th seed.
Damn.
4th seed.
You know how insane that is? I've never done that before, but like, I just moved 9 seed to the 5th seed,
and it makes sense.
because it makes sense. Literally, it's nuts. And I mean, again, if the Lakers are making the playoffs, I would not be surprised. But I don't believe in them. I believe in a lot of these other teams way more than them, to be completely honest.
My 9 seed is the Dallas Mavericks.
Wow.
And the reason is that, again, I'm high on the Dallas Mavericks, but no Kyrie at least until the new year. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis is someone who's injury prone. We haven't really seen Anthony Davis be that number one option.
Yeah.
You know, like he has Cooper Flagg, that's great. He has Clay, like he has good.
Well, we saw him in New Orleans as a number one option.
But that was years ago.
That was
like
a while
in LA,
ago.
we were waiting for him to get the torch. Again, Cooper Flagg, I feel like people are genuinely, I might sound like a hater right now. I feel like people are overrating him.
Jeez.
Like, you can't expect that much from a guy like maybe I didn't watch enough college basketball, but like saying he's going to go out there and average like 22 points per game on like this many rebounds. You know, like even fantasy, for example, like small scale, mans were willing to pay $33 for him. Like,
Yeah.
is it me or is that crazy?
Yeah. I think, listen, I'm obviously a really big Cooper Flagg fan.
Yeah.
I think, expecting him to go out there and I think scoring the ball, the biggest thing.
Yeah. The
Like,
defense.
But, bro, the defense, it's undeniable. And just straight up, the scoring is good, too.
Yeah.
And I love that you said that because it's very easily, like, clippable after the season. If he's, if he ends up, like, having a bad season, we could very well look back at that and be like, what was this guy smoking? I think
If
he's
he
going to
has
have
a
a
good season,
Huh?
you mean?
Huh?
You said if he has a good season.
Yeah, if he has a good
Yeah,
season.
you said bad.
Or whatever, bro. It's 2 a.m., guys. I think he's gonna have a great season. That's why I have Dallas way higher. We're on the, or that was 9 seed, right?
I just want to say some of their transactions they made was they signed D'Lo.
Yeah.
They extended Kyrie 3 years, 119. They extended PJ 4 years, 89 million,
Right.
and then they extended Dante Exum.
I don't want to speak too much about they got Ryan Nembhard.
Yeah.
And
That was
fair to
cool.
see. It's cool for you.
But again, I think one injury to Anthony Davis and it is cooked. Like already,
really?
I mean,
I don't think so. That's the thing.
D'Lo, Clay, PJ. I mean Cooper, PJ.
Derek Lively,
Yeah.
Najee Marshall, Daniel
Again,
Gafford.
bro, like they can literally be a 5th seed and it would like be crazy.
Yeah,
you know.
I have them higher, bro. I'll speak about
I'm
them
high on the
minors.
Mavs too. I don't know why they're so low. I just
Yeah.
don't know what the hell to do between
Yeah.
the 3 California teams.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I don't know. I'll talk a little bit about DOS when it's
Who's your 9 seed?
my 9 seed. Where are I talking about 9 seed? Lakers.
Oh yes,
We're on the 8th seed.
My 8 seed is the Clippers.
Jeez,
Okay.
that's interesting.
The unction.
Yeah,
You know, and I think it is nice that they have depth, you know. But again, Kawhi's health is such a big question. We know what we're going to get from James Harden, but again, he's getting older. They made the trade for John Collins, which was good. I mean, Norman Powell is amazing for them. So it's like, does that take a hit? Because Norman Powell is basically your PG, you know. So
Right.
does that kind of negatively impact you? Because you're not going to get the same volume that you got from Norman Powell from John Collins.
on like a scoring aspect.
You know? So it's like, you know, the defense is going to be there.
Yeah.
Zoo had an amazing season. I'm not saying is he going to keep this up? I'm sure he can, but like he got all NBA nods, you know? So it's like if he can keep that up, that's great.
Yeah.
But again, between James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, health-wise, with the age getting up to them, CP3, they got Brook Lopez. All these guys that they signed Brook Lopez, they signed Chris Paul. These are all older guys, you know? So it's like, can you rely on them?
Can I play devil's advocate?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you also say that they're winning guys though? Because we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, like Chris
that
Paul,
they're
Brook Lopez.
they're, like winning players no matter how old they get.
Again, it's just...
Yeah, it's like I know I get it. Like it's hard to justify it.
It's just
You know
like-
what I mean? It's just what's it called?
I want to keep them at the 6th seed.
Like genuinely, a lot of my reasoning for it is just I think the other teams are better.
Literally, yeah.
Like that's it. And they drafted Yannick Conan Niederhauser, center. That was crazy.
Shut up. Again, bro, the Clippers were amazing last season, so it's like crazy to say they took a step back.
Yeah.
But there's an alien that wasn't playing last season.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert,
yeah.
my alien was gonna be I had the alien at the 9th seed.
Yeah,
And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like, what am I doing?
My 8th seed is the team on your hoodie right now, the Golden State Warriors. I'll tell you why I have them like higher. Because I think that team with Jimmy Butler looked like exponentially different to the team that didn't have Jimmy Butler. It just comes down to I don't know how far you can get. I've said this before, man. You cannot get that far with Al Horford as your starting center.
I want to add something.
And a player. Listen, Al Horford was great.
Can I just say the transactions?
Sure, yeah, go
Because I
ahead.
actually have them at number 7.
Yeah. Okay.
It was hard to. I was trying to find a way for them to
I'm
miss the
so
play.
proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm actually really
I
proud of
had
you,
them
man.
at The 6th seed.
I'm really proud, man. That you didn't.
I had them at the 5th seed
succumb to
first,
it.
and then I
Yeah.
put them at the 6th, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, you know, like I can't be biased on this show. They extended Jonathan Kuminga after long contract discussions. They re-signed Melton. They re-signed GP2, and then they signed Al Horford. One thing to add, you know, you did mention that like, how far can you go with Al Horford as your starting center? I feel like Al Horford's one of those guys where it's like, his basketball mind is so great. It's not that you rely on his athleticism. You're not expecting him to play 30 minutes a game. Like Draymond can play the 5 at certain points in the
Right.
time. One thing to add as well is when Jimmy Butler got traded, right? The record was 23-7, if I have that correctly.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler definitely absolutely like changed
23-7.
the whole aspect of that team. When it comes to the Al Horford things, I'm just not the biggest fan of him in any scheme outside of Boston. I think he's just like defensively, I think he's like he's solid, but like it's just he fits the Boston scheme really well, and you saw that whenever he moved on from whenever he would move on from Boston to Philly. That's the biggest example I look at that stage of his career where he just could not adapt to that team to the point where they had to like bench him, paid him all that money.
Yeah.
They went to OKC, and you know he got the ball, he could do whatever the hell he wanted over there.
I don't know if this is biased, but I feel like especially a guy like Horford, he will be able to fit the Warrior scheme. Like we've seen certain guys that like Kelly Oubre, D'Angelo Russell, they just didn't fit. I think Horford is the type of guy with high IQ, and like his job is literally to do screens and pop out.
Sure, yeah. What are you gonna do when you don't have those Kevon Looney Superman boards to save you this season? Because that was the one thing that Kevon Looney had for you.
Steph won't miss, bro.
Steph won't. That's
Steph
what
looking-
we're relying on. Steph won't
looking best
miss.
than ever, bro.
Steph won't miss. That's.
I'm
I
upset.
feel like that's what the Warriors' whole
And
plan
honestly,
is.
I'm also.
It comes down to they didn't make enough moves.
I'm falling there for Jonathan Kuminga. I think after all this bickering this offseason, they got him. I think Steve Kerr will actually play him. And from what all the training I've seen, again, off-season training's BS, but everything I've seen from Jonathan Kuminga, I think he wants to prove the haters wrong.
But my thing is, like, if he didn't have that mentality last year, what the hell makes him randomly get this mentality this year?
I think now that you've paid the guy, right?
Right.
He's on your team. You saw what he gave you in the playoffs. It's like, okay, now we have to play him. Like, we're not going to bench
Did he
him.
give you that much?
At
Like,
certain
people
points.
say, like, yo, look what he gave in the playoffs, should have been playing. He just, like, went out there and he was just better than Buddy Hield at times. Like, that's just is that the bar? Like, you know what I mean? That's the bar for Jonathan. I'm allowed to say
He was better than Butler.
Huh?
He was better than Butler.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, some games he was. Like, I
Bro.
think 2 out of the 4.
He was not better than Jimmy Butler.
2 out of the 4.
What's it called? If we're going based on stats or if we're going based on eye test, I think we're going Jimmy Butler both times.
Yeah.
But my thing is, what's it called? I'm allowed to say this because I've been like not the biggest fan of Jonathan Kuminga. I just don't think he's played like enough winning basketball on the. There's a reason why Steve Kerr's not an idiot, man. He's not just gonna bench him because he's being a diva. He clearly, when Jonathan Kuminga was on the floor, the Warriors looked the worst, and you watched enough Warriors games to know that that's happened at times where he's forced too many shots, where he's been playing for his contract.
One thing I do want to mention, and again, I don't know if I'm just trying to convince myself to sell myself on Jonathan Kuminga, but I feel like with the mentorship of Jimmy Butler, that goes a long way. Like, think about it.
I don't know if Jimmy Butler's the best mentor. Who's he mentored in the past? Like, name a single player that he's mentored in the past.
He was never there.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I guess. But just trust me. This is my gut.
He has not mentored a single person. In Miami, like, Tyler Hero came up on
Anthony
himself.
Edwards was...
My brother,
didn't
are we
play.
being dead serious? Did you just say Anthony? Are we
Anthony
being
Towns.
Huh? He bullied him in practice. What type of mentorship is
toughened him up.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah.
He turned more zesty after that. I didn't toughen him up at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that is crazy. I don't think Jimmy Butler is a great mentor at all. I think Jonathan Kuminga is just gonna be a mid player, and that's what he is. And he's asking for, above average. Above mid player money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which he doesn't deserve it. If he goes out and plays, incredible. Credit to him. Give him that money, but I just don't see it happening.
Who's your 7th seed?
My 7th seed is the San Antonio Spurs. I
Damn.
have them. And it comes down to the fact that I think this is the year they finally take the jump. Starting off with the pros. I think this is the year they took the jump. Big fan of Dylan Harper. They had an actual really good draft as well, as I pulled that up.
Let me say their transactions that they
go
made. So they signed Kelly Olynyk, which was kind of cool. They signed Luke Cornett. I don't know if you saw the clips, but the Wemby and Luke Cornett pick and roll.
Yeah, it looks very, very interesting.
They-
Luke Cornett might be one of the most underrated players in the NBA.
like low key, if he stayed on Boston,
You know what? I've never, and this is crazy. I just thought of this now. I've never seen him make like a bad play, which is nuts. Like, me personally, I don't think I've seen him make a bad play. Every time I see him, he's out there, like, what's it called? Switching onto the defender as he should, blocking passing lanes, doing the cool little jump thing when he's far away. Like, he hustles out there, man, and respect to him. He plays winning basketball.
And then they lost Mamu, CP3, Wesley, and Branham.
Yeah. And what's it called? That's really interesting because I think this is the stage where you're trying to see which young players, because they've gotten a lot of them over the years, which young players they see as a part of this core. And, a guy like Julian Champagny, who you would not have believed to be a part of this roster, is actually probably going to play rotation.
Yeah, he's like
very, very underrated. Very, very underrated. Big fan of him. They drafted Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant. One of my
They had a
favorite
really
drafts.
good draft.
Really good drafts. 3-and-D player. Really fits their roster for Carter Bryant. It's just a little bit of an overload at the point guard position, it seems like a little bit of an issue, but it's up to
Stephon Castle.
It's up to Stephon Castle if he can. He's more of a 2, and if he could potentially play some 3 minutes as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. A small ball lineup that would be really interesting. I feel for Devin Vassell because this kind of puts him in a weird position because he's kind of the odd man out. I think he's probably the player they trade that goes in that deal if they end up trading for another player. But yeah, I have them this I guess low because you have them higher. It just comes down to the fact that I don't think they have as much talent as the other teams. I think when it comes to you take a jump into the play-in and then you take that miraculous jump into a top seed in the West. You don't really go up to, unless Detroit Pistons,
Houston
I guess.
Rockets.
Houston Rockets. They got up to the 2 seed. You know what I mean?
But they didn't go do play-in. They missed the playoffs.
Barely by like 1 game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think this is a good next step for them. And the other teams just have more talent than them, in my opinion, and a lot more continuity. It's still a relatively new team. They haven't played any winning basketball in a while. Victor Wembanyama is going to turn into an alien. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And yeah, man,
I'm going to say my thoughts on them to explain why I have them so high. My 6 seed this is where I have the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
I think time and time again, we've seen Luka Doncic basically carry teams that haven't had good players. Okay. Like, he had Dwight Powell as a starting center. When you compare DeAndre Ayton to Dwight Powell, it's night and day.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah. Hey, man. Hey, sometimes it's really bad. And let's not act like he had Dwight Powell the entire
He had
season.
For a lot of the years.
Yeah, Derek Lively for some of the year as well.
2.
Huh? For 2 games?
For 2 years.
For 2 years? No, I'm not. Oh, before that. Oh, yeah.
I'm saying his career. And, like, he was able to take those teams to the playoffs or carry those teams. You have Austin Reeves and you have LeBron James, like, health-wise.
I'll play devil's advocate, though. A lot less competition.
Yeah, that is fine. And also, spoiler alert, I do have Luka Doncic winning MVP.
Fair enough.
I think he's gonna turn the hell up.
I mean, I would hope that's how.
Right.
That was your logic.
Yeah,
right?
and I think the skinny Luka, like, again, either I'm really easy to persuade or I'm actually just
yeah, honestly, yeah. I think this is what we're learning today. That, like, you believe everything you see on the internet. Oh, he's skinny. Yo, he's going off this season, bro.
But okay, there's more to it. Like,
yo, Ben Simmons hit a jumper. Yo, he's got a 3-point shot.
I said that.
Yes, he's definitely said that.
And I've said that multiple times.
Yo,
I'm still.
Oh my god.
No, but okay. To Luka Doncic, you get traded from Dallas, being called overweight, injury prone, this, that. When you get to LA, the emotions are still there. You still haven't been able to learn the system, your coach. You know, it's like a blur.
Yeah.
Right? Now you have a full offseason to train, practice, get to know JJ Redick, be with the team. You start the season with the team. I think this is a really big Luka Doncic year. Yeah. And this is to prove the haters wrong as well.
Yeah. Are you concerned at all about their defense? Because, I mean, I know I talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I am. Because, like you mentioned, who is their point of attack defender?
Exactly. And as much as we want to give Nico Harrison any slack, he is correct. Luka Doncic is not a good defender.
Like, your best defender right now is LeBron James, and he's 40 years old.
I mean, Jared Vanderbilt's probably he's so bad offensively that, like, I don't know if it's even...
I feel like there is a trade to be made for the Lakers, and I'm curious to see, because you have the Gabe Vincent contract, you have the Jared Vanderbilt contract, you have the Austin. Do you want to move on from Austin Reeves because he wants a bag? So it's like, and again, another thing to
that contract's so good, by the way. I remember we were giving them credit for Austin Reeves. That Austin Reeves contract, shout out to
him. And the Kobe White contract are really good.
Yeah,
but now he's gonna want a bag. So it's like,
players.
Do you leverage that to try and get a defensive player? Like a defensive player.
Yeah. No. They got Marcus Smart.
That was.
Who in 2025 you don't know what he's gonna bring, because they've made moves like this in the past, like with the Pat Bevs and the Dennis Schroeder.
This is the sole fact that they have Luka Doncic and LeBron James.
Dude, I don't know why they love making these deals for, like, washed vets. Like, they did it with Melo, they did it with Westbrook, they did it with, like, all these guys. And
all Ayton has to do is grab rebounds and roll.
And defense.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've seen him play at all. Maybe I've seen him play, like, once in the playoffs.
Did you see that quote where it's like, have you worked with LeBron or Luka? And he's like, no.
Yeah. To be fair, though, that was like 2 days into training camp. Like,
I don't know if I got sent out. I don't even know if I want to say this.
Uh-oh.
I saw a tweet saying that Hayes is trying to get a Slovenian passport.
I think you got sent out, man.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure.
Unless
I got sent out thinking it was sent out, but, like, that's. I don't think that's true. There's no way that's true.
Wait, let me check.
I don't think there's any roots to Slovenia at all. I did see that, but I just assumed it was sent out because of what the hell Jackson is doing, trying to be Slovenian. Oh wow, because we already talked about them. My 6.
No. It's true. Bleacher Report posted it.
Bro, what? Bleacher Report gets sent out? There's too many fake outlets.
Central posted it.
Damn, bro. Oh, he says maybe he was trolling.
Says he's working on getting a Slovenian passport so he can play with Luka on his national team.
Yo, no, I think he's like joking around that he's like, oh, I'm enjoying it so much that I'm gonna try getting Slovenian passport.
I think he might be serious.
Bro, he's not Slovenian. Where is this going? I mean, Embiid was born in Cameroon, grew up in France, and played for America.
Yeah,
so
it's
God
like
knows,
anything
but anything can happen. But my 16 is the Clippers, and I think it just comes down to talent. I think last year the biggest thing for them. Listen, man, they came really close to being that Denver Nuggets team. And that was a team where they didn't have the defense like that they have this year. Norman Powell was a really big
liability.
I love Norman Powell.
Yeah.
He's a bucket getter. I don't want to go on him too hard because I did it for the Heat as well. But he's not a good defender, and it really showed out there. And now they've got a really crazy defensive lineup when they got Chris Dunn out there. You know what I mean? James Harden. You know, he's not. He can be an average defender. I want to say that. Derrick Jones Jr. can be in that lineup. Kawhi Leonard when he's healthy. Vita Zubac. And now, for the first time in a while, I feel like they've got actually solid depth. You know what I mean? And they got a backup center.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Jokic stuff. It's exciting seeing their starting center be able to get some rest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Brook Lopez, he's not the player he once was, but he will always be what you'll get from him. Defensive anchor. Can hit the three sometimes. That's it. That's all you need from him. That's all you need from a backup center, bro. Let's be honest. Go out there and give enough minutes to where your center can get some rest. You know what I mean? That's all you need from a backup center. That's it. And that's the reasoning for the Clippers being at 6.
Fair enough. I mean, I spoke on them.
There's nothing more to say, right? It's just I think they will be better than.
It's so
other
crazy that
teams.
I'm still trying to tinker my
As you were doing
bro,
this.
It's my number 5 is the Wolves.
My number 5 is the Wolves.
Okay.
This is the first one we've had the same.
literally,
That's
and the
interesting.
Jazz.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shocker.
For the moves they made, they lost Nickeil Alexander-Walker, which I feel like is going to be a huge loss for them.
Right.
They re-signed Randall and Naz Reid, and then if you want to talk about their draft.
Yeah, they didn't really have that many drafts. I'm trying to find it.
They
drafted Johan Berenger. So they're another team that found a backup big. So that's really.
Can I say my reasoning as to why I have them as the 5th seed?
Yeah.
I mean, not that. I think they were the 5th seed last season as well, right?
No, 6 seed. They played.
They were the 6th?
No, 3 seed. 3 seed.
No, 4 seed.
They were 3 versus 6. It was 3 versus 6.
And the
I
Lakers
don't
were the
remember
6th?
what they were.
Wait.
I think they were 3
Let me see.
because there's no way the Lakers were 3.
I think the Lakers may have been 3.
Yeah, and then they were the underdog. They won as a 6 seed or something.
They were the 6th seed.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So they came up.
Yeah.
The reason I actually had them at the 4th seed, and the reason I have them at the 5th seed is I think Anthony Edwards is gonna take a crazy leap.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can call him a dark horse MVP because of how good.
I
he's
saw a lot
gonna
of
be.
clips of his playmaking this
Right.
preseason.
I don't know if you saw that he's been working on his post game.
Yeah.
I think the thing that
There was a Shams report for that, by the way.
Yeah.
I saw Shams and I saw Anthony Edwards. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. I saw Anthony Edwards has been working on his post game this summer. I was like, God damn it, Shams.
Yeah.
Craziest offseason of all time, right?
I think the thing that would be tough at the start of the season is figuring out that point guard situation. I don't think Mike Conley can be the starting point guard. You really have to rely on Rob Dillingham to see if he can take that step. You know, and I think at the start it's going to take some games to figure out. And in the West, you can't really lose any game. You know what I mean? Every game matters. All 82 matter when you're in the West.
Right.
So that's kind of why I'm at the 5th seed. Anthony Edwards is going to go nuclear.
Yeah.
And I expect a big jump from him.
Originally, I actually would have probably put them a lot lower because I think a couple factors are really important this season. Number one, losing Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to be really big for them.
Yeah.
And they need someone to step up and fill in that position. Who it will be, I don't know.
Dante DiVincenzo played pretty
Dante
bad last season.
DiVincenzo,
So it's
that's something that you hope to bring up from him. A big thing is, when are they going to shift from Mike Conley being their starting point guard? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know how many years he has left in him. I'm be honest.
I don't think he has any years.
But I'll tell you this: Rob Dillingham has looked very solid in preseason.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Bones Highlands looked pretty solid in preseason. So that's 2. I know Bones Highlands probably not going to be there,
Yeah.
but that's 2 potential replacements. And I think that was a big reason why I kept them at the 5 seed. think Rudy Gobert is always going to bring you some incredible defense. He has a weird thing where he has like a down year a little bit defensively.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and has like a defensive player.
So that's actually, I don't know if you noticed, every time he's moved from a situation, so when he came to the Timberwolves for the first time, that first year was bad, and then playing with Cat, it was good.
Yeah.
And then last year playing with Randall for the first time was, right?
Right.
Yeah, was bad. And then I feel like this year we'll go back to what it was.
I think he is, what's it called? He's got to step up. He will step up defensively. I have faith in him. And Julius Randle, you'll know what he'll bring in the in the regular season. That's what it is. I'm losing my marbles, guys. It's really tired. It's really late.
What's your fourth seed?
My fourth seed is
The
Dallas Mavericks. There's no way I could have had him higher than this, but it just comes down to, man, I think D'Lo is good enough. I do, and I have faith in Anthony Davis's health. Hopefully this season, I think he had a full offseason of nurturing towards his body. Hopefully he's coming back, understanding.
He has to wear goggles for the rest of his career.
And understanding that he has to at least like play. I'd say 80% of the games up until when Kyrie comes back. And I think I'm a big fan of Cooper Flagg, and that's a big thing. I think they're defensively, they will be a top 5 defensive team in the entire league. I think that's enough to
see, bro. It's crazy because I was so high on them when I saw D'Lo. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And then when I'm doing this listening, I'm like, am I putting the Mavs lower to justify having these other guys higher? It's like, who the hell do I put at the 9 seed?
I think they built their identity though, like defensively, and like they had the whole last half of the season a lot. Like,
do you see the lineups?
And they were able last season, in my opinion, to rally towards a play-in spot, which is nuts. When everyone was calling for them to tank. Yeah. And they ended up getting Cooper Flagg, so clearly they didn't need a goddamn tank. So it's just, I don't know. Did you see this roster is very
lineup
good.
They ran where it's Davis, Lively, PJ, Coop, and I don't know who the last guy was. I don't know if it was D'Lo and stuff. So it's exciting. Again, I have them at the 9 seed, but I do feel that they can be better. It's just if I could, I would put everyone at the 5th seed, bro.
You're also expecting a lot less of what's it called? I feel like Klay Thompson's got a
he might be coming off the bench.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exciting for him, bro. In my opinion.
Yeah, we should have done that on the Warriors.
took you too long.
My 4th seed is the San Antonio Spurs.
Jeez, I want to hear the logic.
I had them at the 9 seed, and I look at myself and I'm like, gang, am I really considering Victor Wembanyama's healthy, and hopefully, it seems like this offseason was big for him. He went to China.
Bro started meditating. Yeah, he became a monk. Quest. It's insane, bro.
So, again, taking into account we're getting a healthy Victor Wembanyama season, this guy is like the Ohtani of basketball.
Yeah. No, he literally is. Literally. Defense and offense.
W ball knowledge right there.
Nah, that's good. That's good ball knowledge. That's good. Yo, we baseball fans, bro.
Come on, bro.
Jason 7.
Literally. So it's like, can I justify putting Vic and his team at 9? And then I look at it and I'm like, okay, if Vic is healthy, we saw what the Houston Rockets did. What makes me say that the Spurs cannot do it? Victor Wembanyama is the best player out of both those teams. Yeah. It's like, I'm going to take a leap. Vic is going to take a crazy leap. Like, this guy might average 30 points. Yeah. 15 rebounds. 6 assists with 4 blocks. Yeah. On any given night, he can give you a 5x5.
That's crazy.
And you add De'Aaron Fox. We didn't see much of that, but De'Aaron Fox went healthy. We saw what he did and produced in those Sacramento King days. Yeah. Right? You have Stephon Castle, who's coming off Rookie of the Year. He can take another leap and play the 2 next to Fox. And then you add Dylan Harper to that. Yeah.
Off the bench.
And something to add is, you have the contracts to make a deal if you wanted to.
Yeah, of course. But my whole thing was having them lower. It was just
again, I don't blame you because
it's an overload at guard. That's that was my logic, bro. It was when I was reading these teams, I'd be like, oh, but this is an issue. Oh shoot, I gotta put them at the 9 seed now. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's literally
because bro, the top 3 teams in the West. I genuinely could not think of an issue with any of those rosters.
I was low-key
They're so
I was low-key debating putting the Rockets under the Spurs.
Damn.
I'm just really big. Bro,
that's really big in Victor
Vic is crazy. I think to see what the Houston Rockets did last season, it's why can't the Spurs?
I wish we got to see Vic in Eurobasket, man.
That would be.
That would have been insane.
Yeah, bro would be putting literally.
Eurobasket was fun. I can't lie. I really enjoyed watching some of those.
Germany
games.
won. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Don Schroeder's we already talked about it. But
Who's your
greatest,
fourth
greatest.
seed is Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My third seed is the Houston Rockets.
My third seed is the Houston Rockets.
Okay. To talk about some of their transactions, they acquired, as you guys know, hopefully, they acquired Kevin Durant, and they kept a lot of their main pieces. All they had to give up was, players-wise, is Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green. You got away without giving away Jabari Smith Jr., which is huge.
Yeah.
They re-signed Adams. They re-signed Aaron Holiday, Jeff Green. They extended Jabari, Jayshawn Tate, and then Fred VanVleet, who ultimately got injured. Yeah. But apart from just getting Durant, you signed Capella, Finney Smith Jr., and Okogie.
Yeah.
But the Clint Capella deal for me is weird, but also smart. You acquired Clint Capella knowing that Lakers or Warriors or these teams that don't have a big.
You think that's the logic they use?
I think so. Like you
because it's a very weird move for them. That was like part of.
I think part of it is let's screw up the Lakers because the Lakers wanted them.
Yeah, that's so.
Right?
That's
you have
smart.
The money, bring Capella back.
I don't want to give them credit that they don't deserve though, because there's no way that what that's crazy.
It makes sense. Like
it makes sense.
You have the extra money.
That's a really interesting thought.
Right?
That's got me crazy.
I think
psyched out, man.
I think with the Fred VanVleet thing, a lot of people are saying that, kind of looking at them like, oh, they're not contenders anymore. But taking to this, we saw Amen Thompson last season when it came to playmaking. Like he was able to do that.
I think he really needs to be at times that lead point guard.
Yeah, literally. You have a scorer in Kevin Durant, so losing Fred VanVleet, you basically replace the scoring. You had sometimes when Jalen Green wouldn't play, so when you're looking 1-for-1, imagine running a lineup of Amen Thompson, right? Yeah. Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., Sengun, and then Tari Eason.
Or you win Steven Adams, bro.
Yeah, literally.
They could have the tallest lineup ever, bro.
It's literally 6'7" and above.
This is their what's it called? This is their version of, remember that one bubble game of the Denver Nuggets where they ran Jokic point guard, Zeke, what's it called? All their tall players.
It's crazy that the Rockets may have had the shortest starting lineup and might have the tallest.
Bro, it's nuts. It's crazy. I'll tell you, in my opinion, they had one of the best off seasons as well.
Yeah.
Just from a standpoint, they did not lose anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then using some of that cap space to get a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith. The Capella one was weird. After hearing that logic, though, it's holy, that got me going crazy.
Finney-Smith was cool too. You stole him from the Lakers.
My whole thing was the Lakers.
They
just screwed the Lakers. They just screwed the Lakers. If they did what you said for Clint Capella, they only screwed the Lakers. But my logic was I think they could use that Clint Capella money elsewhere. You know what I mean? Just a small. I
think it's always nice having a third string center, especially Steven Adams being old.
Sure, but they could have used that on another lead guard or a guard off the bench.
Yeah, but you didn't expect.
I don't know who's available, but I don't have a player off the top of my head.
Spencer Dinwiddie got waived.
Yeah, my God, no, don't touch that, bro. Hey, he did make conference finals one time with the Mavs. Yeah, shout out. But yeah, I have literally no logic for why they're below the other two teams. It's just
I think.
If I could say anything, it's that this is the one only out of those big three that is relatively new.
I think the way
and Reed Shepherd's gonna be playing real minutes for the first time.
Yeah,
in his career, so.
I think the reason they dropped down a seed is because, spoiler alert, the Nuggets got so much better.
Yeah,
right.
Nuggets had great.
But I also think I really did say that they're still contenders. But losing Fred VanVleet will take a second to adjust. You're adding Kevin Durant. How is things gonna happen? So that adjustment period, might have games where Kevin Durant is missing. And you drop. But again, the 3 seed is amazing. Do you have any other comments to say about the Rockets?
No, but again, would not be shocked. Kevin Durant, he's still Kevin Durant.
My 2 seed, Denver Nuggets.
My 2 seeds, the Denver Nuggets too.
Yeah, they traded Michael Porter Jr. a 2030 first round pick for Cam Johnson, but you look deeper than that. That gave them the room of getting JV, of getting Bruce Brown, and they also acquired
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, thank you. So you just this is the first time Jokic has had a good backup big. The depth chart is looking crazy. Jamal Murray, like you said, he's looking amazing.
Jamal Murray has looked, and again, listen, man, I don't want to be like this because again, it's preseason, bro. None of this matters. But bro, he's looked insane. The thing he's pulling out of his bag, I've never seen. Bro, he
Yeah.
took a one-legged 3-pointer, bro. I've never seen him do that in my life. It's insane, bro. He's like looks way more shifty, way more mobile. He looks really different this year. I think he could potentially be a first-time All-Star this year. I'm really excited about Jamal Murray. And I mean, I'll just say like getting Cam Johnson as a replacement for
huge,
MPJ is really big defensively. You hope that you pray that his 3-point shooting continues, but he's never been a bad 3-point shooter, so you don't have to worry about that.
What he did on the Suns. Like I don't
Exactly,
think, I don't think he's one of those guys. Like we saw Mikal Bridges, for example, when he went from Brooklyn to the Knicks, where he was like kind of competing and not the first option.
Yeah.
We can see what Cam can do. You know,
Exactly.
I feel like
He went sort of back. Mikal sort of went back to like an extended role of his son's role. You know what I mean? Like he was still doing like, you know, his scoring went down a little bit, but he was doing more than what he did in Phoenix.
Yeah.
But like sort of the similar thing, 3D.
No,
But and it'll be the same thing for Cam Johnson. He'll fit in.
I'm excited
He'll fit
for
in
this.
like a glove. That team's
There's
depth,
lineups that they might run JV and Jokic.
which is very insane.
And then you get Bruce Brown back, which again is kind of cool.
He's talking a lot of trash to some of his former teams.
So I don't know if you saw like the he cleared it up.
Yeah, and he cleared it up. Yeah. I ain't got beef with him. If he's,
I think it came off. Like I think context really helped.
I think if you talk trash about your former team when they were tanking, then that's like all right. Like let's be honest, no one wanted to win at that point. It was just a
And at the
trash
point,
situation.
and he brought us.
It's not like Dragic. Dragic talked trash about us before he showed up.
Yeah.
When we were trying to win basketball games, he didn't buy
And I don't
in.
think he didn't even say anything bad about Toronto. He literally
exactly,
said as soon as like I chose to go to Indiana, as soon as I got to Toronto, I thought
he checked out. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
so it's like
it's fair enough. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't no ill will towards Bruce. Like,
and then our number one seed, obviously OKC Thunder. I mean, there isn't much to say. There's normally championship hangover.
yeah.
I don't think this will equate to the regular season. You have Shea. I think he's still hungry. You know, you have Nikola Topic coming back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's back.
Okay, I was
Is
checking.
their other rookie? They have some sort of curse where their rookies just get injured. It was Chet, then it was
I was mixing up with
Nikola
Jared McCain.
Topic, and now it's Thomas Sorbeard,
Yeah.
who is out for the year.
I mean, I think Chet's going to take a big leap. J-Dub's going to take a big leap. And I can see them being a 1 seed. Maybe the championship hangover comes over to the playoffs.
J-Dub's injured for the start of the year, which is big. I think they did really good locking in for. They did not want to make that same mistake of the old OKC team in Harden Lock, where they extended their big threes. SGA, Chad, J-Dub, and AJ Mitchell and Jalen Williams have very solid contracts as well. I'll say this: the only thing that could potentially be like, yo, it's a good reason for having Denver over them or Houston. OKC didn't get better, technically.
Yeah.
They're relying on jumps,
Progression.
on progression, whereas Denver actually upgraded their roster.
Yeah.
And Denver only lost in 7 with an injured Aaron
See,
Gordon.
it's
I don't agree with that take, but that's the only take I would like hear out for someone being over.
It's
OKC.
so weird because I have the Denver Nuggets as this 2 seed, but I have Luka Doncic winning my MVP.
Yeah.
So it's like,
If the Denver Nuggets get the 1 seed, I think Nikola Jokic is the MVP. I think it's very, very.
I think if Luka puts up like,
Where'd you have the Lakers?
6.
6. So 6 seed MVP, first time since Jokic did it.
Yeah, man.
But Jokic was putting up like alien like numbers. Yeah, it was nuts.
What if Wemby won MVP?
That would be insane.
I mean,
bro, there's gonna be a year where he wins Defense Player of the Year and MVP like Giannis. You know what I mean? And like,
I mean, I think he has DPOY secured for the next 10 years.
yeah, but like we said that last season, and he got injured, bro. That's the thing.
I mean,
You never, bro.
if he's healthy.
Because technically right now he's at a 50% like success rate when it comes to playing games. And last season injured, the year before played all of them basically. So we'll see. Maybe he has a Zion type thing where he can't stay healthy, man.
Yeah,
which
I mean,
would suck.
It is because he's such a lengthy dude with not a lot of muscle. Like injuries is very easy for him.
But the injury last year was so like niche.
blood
Like he had a
clot,
blood clot. That's insane, bro. That's like potentially life threatening, man.
I asked you this off camera, but you're a Dallas Maverick fan. You went through all the grief of losing Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
And then you,
I thought you were saying I was a Dallas Mavericks fan.
and then you see that you got Cooper Fleck,
Yeah.
right? In hindsight, are you still mad about that Luka trade, or are you like, okay, you know what, it's fine?
Nah, at this point, like, first of all, when it comes to reacting to the Luka trade, you can be mad, man. Like, I think it's okay, even in hindsight, seeing like what happened and like whatever. Wait, do we? Oh, this is start or stop?
Stop.
Okay, God bless. In hindsight, like looking back, sorry for that. You're allowed to be mad if it was your favorite player,
Yeah.
man. You can be upset, but like things fell in place for you,
Yeah,
bro. Like
exactly.
you cannot look like you can't call Nico Harrison an absolute idiot. You can, but you could say he got lucky, man. It's okay,
Yeah.
but like the
But you
good
can be
things
happy
happen,
about
bro.
it. Like, you can be.
It resulted in something good. You can say
Yeah.
that, and it's okay. That's not a diss on Luka. It's not saying you won the Luka Doncic trade. It's not saying anything, but it resulted in your team potentially being even better than it was before.
Yeah.
So
And being set up for the future.
yeah, it is what it is. That's all I'll say on that.
Luka's probably so vexed.
yeah,
It's like, God damn it, bro.
That's what I mean, and that's why I want to see him as a part of
Yo,
the
what if
starting
Luka
five.
went back to the Mavs? What if it's like some crazy storyline? I
don't
mean,
think-
signed a contract.
I don't
extension
think he's
to them,
touching
but
that team ever again, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest. Never touching Dallas
Jason
again.
Kidd becomes GM or Mark Cuban.
God, Mark Cuban brings him back. That's why I want to see Luka in the starting five. That would be very.
Yeah, it would be sick.
That'd be
Oh
very
yes. Last question before we wrap up. I asked you this on the train, but we didn't really go.
And I forgot what my answers were.
Starting five, season 2 came out a couple days ago.
Yeah,
What's your cast for this season if you were a thing?
Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard. I think you gotta have a young star in there as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know. I'm stuck at
Okay,
three.
this is mine. Steph Curry,
Steph Curry, that was the other one. Sorry, I'm stealing yours.
Luka Doncic,
Yeah.
Zion Williamson.
Ooh.
Right? I think after seeing everything that went through, obviously there's so many doubters with him. Anthony Davis or Cooper Flagg? I think no. I think
You
putting
have a
rookie-
Dallas Maverick.
I think putting a rookie is too much.
Yeah, no,
Like, that's too much pressure.
That's way too much
You
pressure.
know, I would low-key say Anthony Davis, and then the last one, Trae Young.
Yeah, that was
Trae
mine.
Young or Giannis? Giannis.
Giannis? Okay, my five I've decided.
Zion Curry. I think Zion Curry, Luka are locks.
Yeah,
Giannis, and then AD.
yeah.
Or if it's
Interesting.
not AD, it's Trae.
Mine is Luka, Giannis, Wemby, Curry, Trey.
Luka, Giannis, Wemby.
Curry, Trey.
Yeah.
That's I don't think it's that. Hey, Netflix, hit us up, man. Yeah,
Wemby seems like a boring guy.
yeah, but I just want to see
It's
like
gonna be like Sabonis, bro.
you never know. You never know, man. It's Wemby or Kawhi. Actually, no,
Yo,
Kawhi with the aspiration.
Steph
thing.
better be in it. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
No, I
cry.
think that's how they've been like doing it though. They do like one legend, like they did
Yeah.
LeBron, KD, then Curry. So I think
KD over
You will be
Curry
fine,
before
man.
is or
Don't
Curry.
worry.
But low key, the KD stuff is kind of cool.
the KD stuff was very cool. I'm on episode. I just finished episode 2.
Really?
Don't
Don't ruin it.
Two was
Don't
about
ruin-
like
don't ruin-
Tyrese and
don't ruin
SGA. But yeah, I'm excited
Oh,
for the
okay.
KD
I'm
episode.
just waiting for like this week to finish of like brutal school days, and I just
Yeah.
want to binge watch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, that's been a wrap to this long episode. But
As
lot of
always.
details. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe.
I'm going to bed.
Peace out.